Let's talk about that scent everybody knows, Baccarat 540. I mean, you smelled it, your friends smelled it, your mama smelled it, your daddy smelled it. Shoot, your Uber driver probably wore it last week when he picked you up. At one point though, this fragrance was a symbol of luxury, exclusivity, and that wow factor. But somewhere down the line, it became basic. So why did this happen? What killed its dominance that it once had? Like, I mean, it was on top. And is it still worth the hype? Y'all know what time it is. Let's get to smelling.
Hit subscribe, come along for the ride. Masterpiece fragrance, let's go world.
So is this your first time watching my videos? If it is, let me know in the comments. Also, stick around because I'm gonna be sharing my alternative to BR 540. So when Baccarat 540 first launched in 2015, can you believe it's been 10 years? That's crazy. But let me tell you, nothing was like it on the market. It was bold, it was unique, and made people stop and ask, yo, what are you wearing? It smells so fresh, so clean. It was a status symbol, for real. It was a scent you'd associate with exclusivity, high fashion, and luxury living. Back then, you couldn't just walk into any store and find it. It felt like a secret that only fragrance enthusiasts and high-profile celebrities knew about. When you smelled Baccarat 540, you knew, yeah, somebody who got money, somebody who's famous, somebody who's rich, this is what they wear. In fact, Rihanna was rumored to love it because she loved that, I guess, you know, the mix of the saffron, the ambergris, and the jasmine. I mean, obviously it makes it unforgettable. It was luxury in a bottle. What made it feel special was the sweetness, the almost translucent quality of the scent, and the way it just lingered in the air. It had the rich person aura. I'm telling you, if you smell this, like, yeah, you know you got money, you got status. People weren't just wearing a fragrance. They were making a statement. But what went wrong? Oversaturation in the market. Now it feels like you can't walk in a room without catching a whiff of it. It's a wedding, in offices, even on a teenager. The same thing that made the iconic Baccarat 540, its distinct DNA, has made it instantly recognizable, but not necessarily in a good way anymore. I remember walking into an event where 5 people, get this, 5 people were all wearing it. By the end of the night, the scent wasn't special. It was clashing. I'm like, yo, you, Baccarat 540, what you want, Baccarat 540? It's kind of like, it literally became stale. And let me tell you, clones, dupes, and imitators, man, Ariana Grande's Cloud, Zara Red Temptation, or Dozer's Ambergris Saffron, all these fragrances mimic BR 540, their DNA, and at a fraction of the price. I mean, it's horrible. It's gotten to the point where you can smell something close enough to Baccarat 540 for $20. So why am I gonna pay $500 if I can get something in the same boat for $20? Fragrance is about standing out, creating a signature, right? But with Baccarat Rouge, everyone smells the same. That's horrible. Like I say, I don't want to go somewhere, I'm wearing something, and I'm not saying, you know, you can't wear what I'm wearing, but come on, man, 5 people wearing the same thing? That's crazy. Luxury isn't just about price. It's about feeling unique, and that feeling is fading fast with BR 540. And let's not forget, social media played a huge role in its rise, but maybe also in its downfall. When everyone's hyping up on TikTok, Instagram, it automatically loses its exclusivity. So tell me, where do we go from here? Is Baccarat 540 still worth it? Don't get me wrong now, Baccarat 540 is still a masterpiece. But to me, and I'm gonna be honest, and I'm sure some of you guys feel the same way, it feels like it's time to pass the crown. It's no longer the secret luxury it used to be. With that being said, it still shines in certain scenarios: cold weather, formal events, date nights and moments where you want a safe, crowd-pleasing scent. Be careful, everybody else may have it though. But for me, I've started exploring alternatives. And some of my alternatives to BR 540 is, for instance, Ex Nihilo Flair. It's a floral beauty with that same vibe, but far less common. You also have Mason Francis Kirkjohn Grand Sure from the same house, but it's warm, it's rich, and less overplayed. Here's another one, Initio Side Effect. It's bold, it's intoxicating, and still unique in the niche world. And this is one I love, Parfums de Marly de Lena, exclusive. If you want something that's sweet, but a fresh twist on luxury, well, this is gonna be it. So I mentioned earlier about you can find something that smells similar to BR 540 in the same DNA, for $20. So here's the big question. Do dupes hurt or help the fragrance world? On one hand, they make luxury scents more accessible, which is good because everybody can't afford the high-end price. But on the other hand, they strip away that feeling of exclusivity. What do you think? Personally, I think they've played a huge role in why BR 540 doesn't feel special anymore. You got Alt, you got Ariana, you got all of these different, brands just making a replica of it. And it seems like it's just everywhere. But this isn't just about BR 540. Fragrances like Creed Aventus, Sentinel 33 have gone through the same journey from iconic to almost overplayed. Maybe it's just the natural circle of life of popular fragrances, popular scents. But what do you guys think? Can a fragrance ever truly feel exclusive again once it reaches mainstream success? Have you ever loved a fragrance only to feel like it's been overdone? What was it? And what replaced it for you? What's your take on dupes? Do they, hurt luxury or ruin the magic? Do you think Baccarat 540 can ever regain its crown? Or is it time to move on? I will be honest, could this be like clothing? With clothes, sometimes clothes make a turn. For instance, back in the 70s, people wore the bell bottoms. You had the shaggy haircut for a lot of the men. Or watch this, in the 80s, you had the mullet. Well, guess what? The bell bottoms has returned. The shaggy cuts returned. Now you see little kids wearing a mullet. Could fragrance be the same way? Is it just like a circle of life that's just going around? 1 minute it's here, the next minute it's okay, I'm tired of it. After that, will it come back around? Let me know. What do you guys think? Because if that's the case, then maybe we just got to suck it up. Because I hear not just BR 540, but Creed Aventus. A lot of people, they swear Creed Aventus is overplayed. I love Creed Aventus. But a lot of people feel like, everybody got it. And there are a lot of clones of even Creed Aventus and all of the good stuff that were once, exclusive or felt very exclusive. Now it's kind of like, I can literally walk into a convenience store and get this Creed Aventus or this BR 540 that's gonna smell just like it for $15, $20. And watch this, when I'm walking down the street or if I'm in the mall or if I'm walking with my girl and somebody's smell me, they're not gonna be like, yo, you're wearing Baccarat 540, or they're gonna be like, yo, you smell good. I don't walk around with a price tag, how much I paid for it, right? And unfortunately, that's just the time we're in. So you guys, let me know. Do you think fragrance will revolve and come back like fashion? Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. So Baccarat 540 may have lost some of its luster, but that don't mean it's not worth appreciating for what it once was, and still can be in the right moments. But hey, fragrance is deeply personal. This is just subjective. Somebody may love it. It's just my opinion. But what do you guys think? Is it still a must-have, or is it time to explore what's next? Let's chat in the comments. I promise you, I will read them and I will respond. And remember, smell good, feel good, and keep turning heads. Until next time, stay bold and stay fresh.